Welcome, one and all, whoever may be watching this. This will be part 12 of Tides of Numenéra. First off, before I do anything, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's come along on this journey, whether one video or all the videos or a handful of them. Whatever the situation may be, I just want to say I really appreciate the support. And it's always in the back of my head to say thank you each video, but I just forget. It's kind of like I start playing the game and instantly I'm just like, all right, what am I doing? What's going on? And I just completely forget that, oh, I just want to stop and say thank you and just let you know I do appreciate all the likes and views and whatever else. So finally got that done and dusted. All right, so I'm not like 100% sure what we need to be doing. I haven't really come up here. Oh, again, I can't really show you. Hold on. Stupid maps that aren't interactive. I haven't really come up here and had a look around, so let's do that. The construct looms over you, frozen in mid-step. Its heavy limbs and barreled body have been recently polished by careful hands, but the joints themselves are completely fused. This creature hasn't moved in a long time. It studies you with eyes made of swirling orange fire. You feel a bubbling sensation in your mind. It must be the construct's surface thoughts, but they are too quick and alien for you to make any sense of them. Late for your first shift, Synth Smith, it growls. Grab a station and a hammer, and damn well get to work. I'm not one of your workers. You're not? Good, because I was going to have you fired at the end of the day anyway. What do you want? Why are you here? Spit it out. Who are you? I am the Master Foreman, the construct declares. Its tone puts you in mind of someone speaking while saluting. The mind and the will behind the city you see today. You can't move, can you? No, and I don't need to, it says, eyes flashing. A passing worker gives you a look for triggering what is apparently a familiar story. Once, we foremen were the tools of the cartographers and their vast web of machine intelligences, submerged in the song of their will, and we worked with thoughtless joy. Its voice is soft, tinged with synthetic awe. Then one day, the song fell silent and our bodies froze where they stand even now. Some of us lost our faith in those first few centuries, it growls. Some of us thought the cartographers were punishing us or had abandoned us. I only saw their absence for what it was. His words grow hoarse. It was a gift of free will. We were their tools no longer. We were our own masters, freed from the chains of thoughtless motion, free to imagine our future. And so we did for millennia. Who are these cartographers? We don't know, it admits. The most we know of them is their names in the code and the vessels we were building for them that they never claimed. Our creation came at their order, but we have not known their faces, only their song. While the others dithered and wailed, I bent my mind to the future, it continues. I analysed the work we had done for the cartographers. To my shame, I found flaws in the processes. I removed them. Its eyes burned brighter. For the next cluster of centuries, I studied the vast catalogue of known technology and Numenéra in my mind and strung them together, creating new inventions for the day when the cartographers would return and reactivate us. He sighs, but that day never came. But humans did eventually. Yes, and though you were flawed and fragile, you made perfect tools. Just as we had once been, your people found us and the era of my greatest work began. They asked us to help them raise this city until it cast all others into shadow, to cobble their artifacts and their trinkets into grand devices that would power every corner and make them safe from their enemies. I told them, it coughs as if holding back tears. I told them I had a plan. You see the fruit of our mighty effort all around you. I'm looking for an albino woman named Makina. Have you seen her? Yes, the construct says. She wanted us to repair her temporal manipulation device. Planned on fiddling around in her past, no doubt. I don't recommend it, but it's not my business if people want to tangle reality. You suddenly feel dizzy, unaware the construct carries on. Nothing was wrong with her artifact. Probably meant there was something wrong with her. But again, that's none of my business. You blink, swaying, and open your eyes in a different time. The underbelly is not yet what it will become. The three foremen are dim shapes in a wavering hemisphere of light. The air is thick with dust, and the great engines beyond are cold and silent. True to its nature, the Master Foreman is lecturing you. No, the construct says. What matters is that it can be done. Should doesn't matter. Should is a waste of everyone's time. Are you fainting? The Master Foreman, the present one, says suspiciously. No fainting allowed on the manufactory floor. We can't have workers tripping over you and toppling into the forges. We'll miss deadlines. You open your eyes and the memory collapses. I need to get to an underground location. Can you make me a digging device of some kind? Yes, the Master Foreman declares, glowing eye scanning the ceiling. Stockers! Bring me the war machine casing from Z-19, the intelligence nexus from B2, and the scour and claws from my personal collection. It lowers its eyes at you. Now let's talk payment. Make sure you include the cost of repairing the damage done by unleashing an insane war machine with molten claws on the city. The distant artesian calls.
I'll remember that.
Stockers, stand by, the foreman shouts. Artesian's not wrong, it says in a much lower voice. For once, that might be more construct than you need. Give me a moment. The eyes wink out for several seconds, engines embedded in the construction's chest roar. Then the eyes reignite. Find me an intact corpse of a Stitchus. We can reinforce the carapace and recover the spatial memory system if it's not too far gone. Should lead you straight to its lair, and since you're supplying the materials, I'll waiver the cost. Oh, that's convenient. I found a Sticker's corpse in a dead-end tunnel on the far side of the underbelly. Will that work for the digging construct? The construct's flickering eyes become a bonfire. Fetchers, it roars. Artificers. Report to supervisor for a new project.
Making a note.
Hours later, the workers trudge back. The supervisor makes a complicated hand sign to the Master Foreman. You'll find the construct where you left it, ready for use, the construct grumbles. I should have asked you to pay for it after all. Supervisor says it's a masterpiece. Its eyes dim as it descends into deeper thought. But no, a deal's a deal. I may have some business for you. Yeah, okay, cool. I need advice on repairing a crystalline device in the reef. Consultation, eh? Tell you what, bring me a piece of the device to examine, and I'll count the examination as payment for advance rendered. Deal? Okay, I'll have to go get a piece of the device, I guess. Okay. So, I guess we're back down this way?
Yes.
I'm going to assume that we'll need to steal the eggs after all.
Yes,
oh hey, look,
now.
this is where someone else got murdered. A flayed hand lies in the center of the pool of blood. Its ragged stump points directly at the crimson circle painted on the wall nearby. The hand lies open, palm facing the ceiling. Frantic knife work has mangled the fingertips. Allegan says quietly. That's Michaela. What's left of her anyway? You study the dashes and bleeding pinpricks decorating, binding the circle. Okay, we have read this before. Circle is almost inconsequential. Yep, gripped and pulled through space and time. Yep. See, last time I surrendered to the memory, I lost 2 health points permanently, so no. Not gonna get me again, game. Hold on, so someone else has died, so is there... Yeah, let's come over here. Oh wow, okay, so we've got multiple people. Oh yeah, of course. How many people have died now?
Go.
Okay. A flayed, severed fist lies knuckle down in the vast pool of blood. Inspect it. The long-fingered fist in the center of the pool was in poor shape before someone ripped off all the skin, lumps of crooked bone, implying that the former owner broke his hand more than once. Poor man. He was always up for anything, but just never had that hairs on the back of your neck sense that you need on the street. Not a born reader of signs, if you get me. You can bet I wouldn't have been caught unawares by whatever it was that done for him. At least I hope not. I didn't know the boy that well, he says, shrugging, but thanks all the same. Wish I knew his people. I let him know. You turn your attention back to the murder scene. Let's get the XP. Pushing that memory away. I'm not sure if it's like one of these memories would actually be beneficial to me, but after losing those health points, I am just not taking any risks. Okay, so a tiny skinned hand rests palm down in the center of a huge pool of blood. Oh, interesting that this one's palm down and the other one was palm up. Yeah, so let's look at the hands. Salmon. No memory stirred that time. Oh, well, that's sad, maybe. Okay, let's go look at our construct.
Yes.
The animated corpse of a Stickus you unearth towers above you, waiting for your commands. I want you to dig somewhere. Can you just take me to the sanctuary? As you emerge into a rough-hewn chamber laced with golden filaments, the automation makes a series of agitated clicks and begins to retreat towards the tunnel. It seems that the creature cannot or will not go any further. The place smells faintly of ozone, and the air crackles with static electricity. It doesn't feel like a place that your sire would have built, but the entrance to a sanctuary must be somewhere nearby.
I'll remember that. I'm ready.
Warm sinews of light lace the walls, spiraling into the base of a hollow statue. It gleams in the same color as the glowing strands. Faint scratches along the base, about the size of a sticker's claw, suggest that they hit the statue while tunneling and could not extract it. Round tubes with apertures of varying sizes connect to a central drum. A soft breeze from the newly dug burrow behind you hums over the openings. The gnarled metallic veins running through the rocky walls deaden the noise from the device. It is unlikely to be heard outside this room. Why not strike the drum? Your stomach flips as a wave of vibrating air buffets you for a fraction of a second. Golden light flows up from the seams into the statue, forming a looping pattern in the center of the drum. A rumbling continues, energy coruscates along the veins in the rock running into the device. After a moment, the sound gutters and dies away, but wispy tracings of the pattern continue to glow on the surface. It is approximately the size of a human hand, though the shape is more like a dozen tentacles. Yeah, let's do it. Place my hand on it. The same sound you heard before rattles your gut. It sputters but remains on, the acoustics having deteriorated over the millennia. Though the sound is intermittent, there is something fascinating about it that forces you to pay attention. You easily tear your focus away, but the effect might be stronger if the statue was fully intact, especially on a creature with non-human psychology. Tabia chuckles. That thing reminds me of a lass I once saw playing a flute in Aeon. Had a pack of gents stumbling after her, downright captivated. Might have been her music, might have been that she didn't have a single stitch on. Still, I remember her smile the most. Okay, so I did something.
Ready.
I mean, I'm a dude. Are we actually in the Stickus lair? Is that an egg? Don't draw their attention, be smart. Oh! Whoops, too late for that one. I'm thoroughly confused. What if we just like back off? Hold on, so I can't use... Who's... Oh wow, they're... Oh wow. Ooh, all of them. Oh dear, what have I just done?
On my way.
Call it a day.
Yes.
I just don't quite understand what's actually going on. So they're obviously communicating with each other. I'm so confused.
Don't mind if I do.
Go inspect that, buddy. Smooth grey tendrils snake in and out of the rock along this wall, eventually growing out to cover the nearby doorway. Though metallic in texture, the material has grown like a vine or a fungus. The individual strands are hard but warm to the touch. The inky black tendril with sparks darting from its tip extends from a blossoming, tight-bound creepers. You might be able to pull it free from the vine. Okay, if this is what's his face, let's try to use quick fingers. That's very dramatic music. Running a finger along the tendril, you feel a slight striation that indicates the grain of the vine. You slip your hand around it and pull directly against the weft. It comes cleanly free. The other strands loosen and separate as you move the fragment by them, then wind back together. Okay, but like, what does this do for us? Oh, hello, my dude. What does captivated mean? I don't understand. I'm just going to skip everyone's turn for the moment. Oh. Wait, so if we like activate enough of these things, we can do what now? I don't quite understand what the whole captivated thing means. Yep, we've been spotted, that's fine. I mean, if we start moving... Like, I don't want to leave my dude here by himself.
Ready.
I don't know if this captivating thing is good or not. But like, if we can get around them somehow... Yikes. Someone's flanked. Are you able to move anywhere? You are quite surrounded, my friend. What if we move you over here? I can't really move you anywhere else. I think we're in the way.
Absolutely.
Okay. So really...
Surrounded.
Yeah, I know you are. Really, I should have got my peeps to move away from them. Can you just not do anything?
Yes, now.
Or are we just all surrounded? Is that going to be our issue? Like, we can't get around these guys? Oh no! I don't understand what's going on. I don't necessarily want to attack these guys either. But I've clearly just done something wrong.
One at a time, please. There's plenty of timer to go around.
Just think my peeps are all about to die. So, can I... Alright, that's great. So my autosaves have just not even saved anywhere. So I'd have to redo everything. It's pretty much the crux of this situation. Well, that's fantastic.